Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups for the 17th of February. Plenty extra routes as usual kind of for this week, so all in all you've got nearly 20 games to kind of cover you for the Marquee Matchups this week, so hopefully you can get 4 picked from this. If we can smash the links, would be awesome. Sub to channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GSLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links. We'll fly through these as quick as possible because some are in the same league and hopefully gets you well prepared in terms of where to kind of predict for this week. First route is Braga Benfica. 1 play from either team, 4 out of 10 for likelihood, solely because I don't think they will do this. Benfica generally will probably only have the big teams, so like Sporting and Porto. Braga is another decent team in the league. I'm saying minimum 6 Portuguese, 4 leagues minimum. If they do like Portuguese players, they'll probably try and have multiple leagues, and a 76 overall rating. I personally don't think this route will happen, but quite a few folk have predicted it for this week, but I thought only worth mentioning as an option. Bradford Bolton, I knew this was a potential route for an EFL route, but I don't think this will happen just due to the Dele Alli SBC for Player of the Month. That's why I didn't really want to initially mention it, but I thought we'll mention it for the extra routes. 1 play from either team, 2 out of 10 for likelihood, 11 from League 1, 5 nations minimum, and a 60-65 overall rating. America versus Guadalajara, 1 play from either team. Liga MX is 11 players, 2 rare players I think they might go for, 70 rating overall. I don't think they want to try and make it too high. It's quite expensive, 6 to 8k, and the reward would be pretty poor. Quite a lot of people predict this due to this being a very big game in Mexico. It's kind of deemed a Clásico, and as a result I would say 6 out of 10 it has a shout. Unam versus Tijuana is an alternative in the league. Practically a similar team that I've built. 3 out of 10 no for likelihood due to kind of a less likely option. 1 from either team, 11 from the league. Kind of similar requirements as expected. Slightly less cost I've noticed, so that might help in its favour, but I highly doubt this route would happen. Hertha Berlin versus Bayern could happen, but because Bayern and Ingolstadt did not feature last week, I doubt this route will feature. And obviously there's other games in Germany that look just as strong, but Hertha are fighting in the league quite well. 4 out of 10 for likelihood, both teams will need 1 player. 77 overall rating, 11 from the Bundesliga. 6 leagues minimum I would say is probably a route, because there's plenty of league nations in the league, so it kind of covers your back. 5 to 7k cost. Norwich Newcastle, top of the table clash in the league. Norwich are showing a bit of form again, and Newcastle are top of the championship. I don't think this route will be featured, but this is an alternative if they don't want to go an FA Cup route. I'm going to say quite high overall, like 72, 73 overall. 1 play from either team, 11 from the championship, 4 out of 10 likelihood, 5 nations minimum, and plenty of goals, especially in the non-rare bracket that you can buy for this option. Al Ahly versus Al Nassr is the Dubai Derby, I believe it's called. I didn't feature this in the initial video because I didn't think this would be featured. They seem to just don't care about the Saudi League at all. But 1 play from either team, 11 from the Duard Jamil, which is the Saudi League, 5 or 6 Saudi players, might even got an all Saudi team. 3 4k for cost, 3 out of 10 for likelihood, and a 65-66 overall rating. Wouldn't be too difficult and easy enough to build. And 2 routes in Denmark. We have Aarhus Aalborg is the first of the others. There's like 4 derbies over the weekend in Denmark, and it's been rumoured if there's not 1 route picked, then honest to God, then they don't deserve being featured. But Aarhus Aalborg, 1 play from either team, 3 out of 10 for likelihood, 11 from the league, 5 Danish players minimum. I think if there's 4 routes from Denmark, you have to be prepared for the whole league, in my personal opinion, because you do not know what they could go for. So it's a route that could happen. And the last route of the extra routes is Esbjerg versus Sonderjysk. I think I've pronounced that right. If I've done, fair play. 11 from kind of practically similar, but slightly less overall, being 64 just due to the nature of both teams having lower rated players. In my personal opinion, I think they will choose a Alka Superliga route. It will be Brøndby versus Copenhagen, just due to both teams being big. But in my personal opinion, I have bought the entire league on the basis that they may sneak a route in, because you kind of need to have like all 8 teams covered. But all in all, I feel for what they will do for this week's Marquee Matchups, it's going to make it interesting. As as I've said, there's about 20 routes now covered over the 2 videos. Hopefully it keeps you well prepared. Remember to smash the like, sub to the channel for now, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, all links are down below as usual. Let me know in the comments what you've went for, and hopefully solid picks. Take it easy all.